Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. I hope everybody had a good Halloween. I know we did. I thought about doing that trick where the kids wake up and I tell them me and the dog ate all their candy and filming their reaction, but I decided that I didn't really feel like starting today with a bunch of crying. So I skipped it, but it would have been funny. Okay, so one of the things that I have learned really to spot and put an end to since starting Coffee Talk is emotional manipulation. People who want to control your emotions through their words and actions, they want to elicit certain things from you. You know, you say, they know how to push my buttons and they know how to, okay. With some people, you have to shut down like a broken elevator. They can stand there all day pushing the button, but the doors are never going to open. You have to take control of who you open your doors for. I used to open my doors for everybody. Push the button, door was open. You never know what Jamie you're going to get. And I figured that was on them. Like, if old Jamie came out swinging, that was what you were getting. And that was on you. You push my buttons, you get what you get. Some days you may get somebody whose feelings get hurt, and then I cry. You know, it was unpredictable, to say the least. These days, I am much more in control of my emotions. It's not to say that people don't still try to push my buttons. I am just much more confident in what I will and will not allow in regards to emotional control. You will not emotionally manipulate me. I will see it and I will call you out on it. I don't care if you're my daughter. I don't care if you're my mother. I don't care if you're my friend. You absolutely just will not. My emotions are not here for anyone to manipulate. My emotions are here so that I can live, I can grow, I can learn, I can feel, I can experience. I'm not anybody's toy. You will not play with me. That is not the life I am living anymore. So I'm going to give you some examples of how I shut it down. Okay? All right. So, and some of you may think this is harsh, and that's fine. You know, to each his own. You're just not where I am yet, because when you get real tired of people emotionally manipulating you or trying to control you with their words, you got to shut it down. Elevator out of order. I got a big out of order sign on my doors. You can push my buttons all day. So we have a rule in my house: no sleepovers. People can sleep here, but my kids can't sleep out. I'm working on it. I'm seeing somebody about it. I'm dealing with my issues so that I can get to a place where my kids can sleep out. Okay? That's not what this Coffee Talk is about, so let's not debate it because you're not going to change my mind right now. I'm working on it. Okay. So Olivia had a sleepover party over the weekend. She knew the deal. She also had a soccer tournament first thing the next morning, an hour and a half away. So her sleeping out was A, never going to happen, and B, never, ever, ever going to happen. So that was not a thing. I get it. You're 8.5. Mommy and daddy drop you off at a sleepover party and tell you we're dropping you off at 5 and we're picking you up at 9. You get 4 hours to hang out. I get there's part of you that probably secretly hopes mommy and daddy will forget you exist and let you stay at the sleepover. But lucky for you, you have parents that don't forget you exist. I had to go to work downtown over the weekend because I had 2 events back to back. And daddy picked her up at 9 o'clock. So she takes daddy's phone. She calls me while I'm at work, crying hysterically. Now I'm her mother, so I know my kid, right? She calls me hysterical crying. I'm like, what's the matter, Olivia? You're not here. You're always gone. You work too much. Really? Is that what's going on right now? Yes. Now, I knew that Olivia was crying because her father picked her up from the sleepover. I knew that Olivia was angry at the world because she was the only kid that didn't get to sleep over. I knew that she is smart enough to feel anger at me for the rules and boundaries I have created in this house. And she knows my emotional insecurity is how much I work. So she called me to say, without saying it, I'm angry and hurt, so I'm going to hurt you. I know my kid. I know emotional manipulation. I was like, oh, here we are. Teachable moment, because I wanted to lose my mind. What I said to her was, listen to me right now. I understand that you are angry, that your father picked you up from the sleepover. I understand that you are angry, that you feel you have no control over your own life right now. You feel like mommy and daddy get to make all the rules and there's no negotiation. You feel powerless, and that is a horrible feeling to feel in your own life. But there are rules and boundaries that daddy and I have created to keep you safe until we can find a better way. Right now, this is where we are. Here's what you're allowed to do. You are allowed to feel slighted. You are allowed to feel frustrated. Here's what you are not allowed to do. You are not allowed to feel hurt and then try to hurt me. That does not work. I spent years hurting and hurting other people, and it is damaging, because when you are hurting and your goal is to hurt someone else, to project that pain on someone else, to try to ease how you are feeling so someone else will feel bad, you will go low to do it. You will go to their worst, their most significant insecurity to hurt them, because you are in a place of uncaring. You want them to hurt the way you're hurting. So she came at me with the only thing she knows right now I can't control. I shut it down. And by the end of the conversation, she had apologized and admitted that yes, she was angry that she had to come home. And I said to her, you are allowed to feel that way, sweetheart. You are allowed to feel that way, much in the way that I may feel like I am going to work 2 events in a row, be exhausted, yet I am still going to get up first thing in the morning to walk our dog and make sure you and your brother and sister have breakfast so that I can drive them to 2 different soccer games while daddy drives you an hour and a half to your soccer game. Tired, but I will do it, because that's life. Like Frank Sinatra said, that's life. But she and I had a great conversation about it. And she gets it. Like, you can feel hurt. You are allowed to feel hurt. Where you are wrong is when you try to hurt someone else because you are hurting. That's when I have to shut it down. And I told her it's more for you than it is for anyone else, because that behavior is so destructive, and you put that karma into the world. You've got to work years to put good karma into the world, to replace all the negative, draining karma you've put out there. I know. I'll probably be doing coffee talks on 100. I'll literally, you guys will be turning on and be like, good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. That'll be me trying to replace the bad karma. My mom the other day sends me a text and says, you missed your niece's birthday. How sad. You never called her for her birthday. How sad. Not today, Satan. Here's the thing. There are 2 ways to convey that message to somebody. One is a healthy way to speak to someone, to text your daughter and say, hey, Jamie, I'm with your sister, and she said that you didn't call your niece for her birthday. I know you're busy. You probably forgot. Make sure you give her a call. So that my response would be, thanks, Mom. I did forget. I feel horrible. Let me call her right now. If you come at me like, you forgot your niece's birthday, how sad, you're trying to elicit a certain response from me. You are trying to emotionally manipulate and control me. And I will have to shut the elevator down, because you are not going to put me in a mental space that I can't come back from. Because what people don't understand is, when I hurt, my instinct is to hurt others. So if you push me into that corner, I will come out to hurt you. Why would you want to do that? Can't figure it out. So I got to shut you down. I have to protect my peace at all costs. I will shut it down. You guys need to do the same thing. Take inventory of the people in your life who try to emotionally control or manipulate you. Set healthy boundaries and literally shut the doors. Let them push that button all day. doors won't open. Sorry, I shut you down. This elevator does not work for you until you learn how to speak to me with respect in a way that is productive for both of us. If you try to come at me and emotionally manipulate me or control me, sorry, I'm out of order. Out of service.